France agrees to withdraw ambassador, troops from Niger Republic. French President Emmanuel Macron has said that his country will withdraw its ambassador and troops from Niger in the wake of the July coup that overthrew democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum. Macron, in a televised interview on Sunday, said military cooperation with Niger was over and that 1,500 French troops stationed in the country would withdraw in the months and weeks to come, with a full pullout by the end of the year.
It's the end of all military cooperation between France and Niger. Those were the words of the French president, who said Paris will not be held hostage to the junta leaders in Niamey.
France has decided to recall its ambassador to Niger, who along with several diplomats will return to France, and we're ending our military cooperation with the de facto authorities of Niger because they no longer want to fight against terrorism.
The junta had ordered the expulsion of France's ambassador at the end of August, a month after President Mohamed Bazoum was ousted in a military coup. But Paris refused to recognize the military regime as legitimate. President Macron reiterated he still regarded Bazoum, who's currently detained by the coup leaders, as Niger's sole legitimate authority, and had informed him of this decision.
In the capital Niamey, including outside a military base housing French soldiers. Niger's new rulers, who had been demanding France's exit after Macron refused to recognize the July 26 coup, welcomed the French president's announcement. This Sunday, we celebrate a new step towards the sovereignty of Niger, they said in a statement read out on national television. This is a historic moment, which speaks to the determination and will of the Nigerian people, they added. The development comes as France's troops have also been asked to leave its former colonies Mali and Burkina Faso. This is definitely a small victory for the government in transition, and perhaps an embarrassment for the French who have seen Mali, Burkina Faso, and now a third country in the Sahel where it is being asked by the governments in place to leave the country, said Al Jazeera's Nicolas Hack, reporting from Senegal's capital Dakar. He, the French ambassador, has essentially been held hostage inside the embassy. The Niger security forces wouldn't let anyone in or out. He has been surviving on the food rations inside the embassy. With tensions mounting, Macron said he told the ousted Bazoum on Sunday that France has decided to bring back its ambassador, and in the coming hours our ambassador and several diplomats will return to France. Macron reaffirmed France's position that Bazoum was being held hostage and remained the sole legitimate authority in the country. He was targeted by this coup d'etat because he was carrying out courageous reforms and because there was a largely ethnic settling of scores and a lot of political cowardice, he said.
Several dozen French troops will remain in the neighboring Chad. And finally, with the French influence waning or ending in that region, Niger, Mali and Burkina Faso have announced the formation of a military alliance. Mali and Burkina Faso both informally committed to backing Niger in the event.
We will continue to support the African continent in the fight against terrorism, but we will only do so if it is at the request of democratically elected powers and regional authorities.
France's announcement was swiftly welcomed by the military regime, which stated it was celebrating a new step towards Niger's sovereignty.